This will be your only warning.
Lions and tigers and panthers and callbacks. Oh my!
You're not gonna move your seat up, are you?
Can you move your seat up?
No.
Hello, my name is Brandon, and welcome to my spoiler review for episode 3 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. If you clicked on this video, hopefully it means that you've watched episode 3 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and therefore don't mind the spoilers that I plan to talk about. And also, I would like to thank you for clicking on this video. If you like what you see, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with any of the videos that I release on my channel. I do review videos like this once a week after each episode, as well as other video content on my channel. So be sure to stick around and check out my other content. But getting right into it, the first 2 episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier opened with some symbolic imagery that resembled that of somebody dying. The first episode opened with Sam putting on a black suit, almost as if he was attending a funeral, which he kind of was by putting the shield in the Smithsonian, laying Steve and his legacy to rest. And the second episode opened with a close-up of a zipper being opened, kind of resembling a body bag. So I was half expecting this third episode to open the same way, but instead we're given an advertisement for the Global Repatriation Council, GRC. A government initiative set out to reset, restore, and rebuild the nation, seeing as how billions are now displaced because of the blip. These false promises is actually a government militia led by our new fake Captain America. Wow, why does this fictional America feel so familiar?
How dare you stand where he stood?
John and Lamar come to the conclusion that they're going to go have to talk to Zemo, where Sam and Bucky are one step ahead of the process. To recap, the last time we saw Baron Zemo was in Captain America's Civil War. His primary objective was to pit the 2 main Avengers, Captain America and Iron Man, against each other by revealing the true nature of how Tony Stark's parents were killed, by none other than Bucky Barnes. His plan succeeded. The Avengers were ripped apart, partly due to the signing and non-signing of the Sokovia Accords, but all in all, his plan was successful, and at the end of the day was locked up in Berlin for his crimes. This time around, he actually might be responsible for bringing Sam and Bucky together, in a manner of speaking. But they go to him because they need his knowledge on Hydra and the Super Soldier program. And in order to do so, they need to break him out of prison? Yeah, I'm not really following why this is the plan in the first place. Couldn't they have just, talked to him and gotten information about where they need to go to figure all this stuff out? But hey, I don't write the show, so here we go.
Not a great plan.
And what's he gonna do anyway? He's like a mental psyche supervillain. He doesn't punch or anything.
What are your superpowers again?
I'm rich.
It's kind of hinted at that Zemo comes from a long line of purple-wearing, maniacal, anti-supervillain fanatics, which is similar to the comics where Baron Zemo is the name of multiple supervillains over 500 years worth of lineage. His father and himself were the 2 most notable Baron Zemos in the comics, both having ties to the supervillain group the Masters of Evil, and the later Baron Zemo, or Helmet Zemo, partially being responsible for forming the Thunderbolts, which the Thunderbolts is another supervillain or anti-hero group in the comics that also contains characters like Ghost and Crossbones. The Winter Soldier is a part of it at one point. Samuel Stern's the leader, who we actually saw in Ed Norton's The Incredible Hulk, as well as Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, who transforms himself into the Red Hulk. I don't know if we're going to go down this route in the MCU, but if Thunderbolt Ross has a chance to reappear, and seeing his history with the Hulk, there's potential he could become the Red Hulk. I'm not going down the theory rabbit hole for this show. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks, assuming none of it will. I have yet to mention a red-faced demonic supervillain this time around, so my new red villain theory is Red Hulk. But the biggest question I have surrounding Zemo is, how the hell did he shave in between breaking out of prison and boarding that private jet? To my knowledge, prison doesn't give you the ability to shave because, it's made out of razor blades, which you could use to, do things. All I'm saying is he's a shady guy. You got to keep your eye on him the entire time. I mean, I could predict his every move. What, he's going to fly them to Madripoor, and in the hustle and bustle of all the thugs chasing him around, he's going to abandon them? What? Nope, he didn't? Well, if he's not going to abandon them in Madripoor, then when they're interrogating Wilfred Nagel, let me guess, he's going to shoot Wilfred Nagel before they can get the information they need? Yeah, I saw that one coming. And then he's going to escape underneath all of the destruction and chaos and leave them to burn underneath all the shipping containers. Oh, nope. Well, I mean, he did, but then he came back and he saved him? But then he's going to leave, right? He's going to put on his purple mask and he's going to run away?
supercharged.
And he didn't. Huh. I still don't trust him. But speaking of Madripoor, seeing as how we do spend a good chunk of this episode in this fictional city, based around the same region of Singapore, it's home to some low-life thugs and some high-class villainry from the Marvel Universe. This city has some bizarre history in the comics. It's got a lot of background involving the X-Men, particularly with Wolverine, an X-Men villain known as Viper or Madam Hydra. We actually saw part of this story adapted in the Hugh Jackman The Wolverine movie from 2013, just not including anything to do with Madripoor. Probably some rights issues, I'm sure. But not just that, this city is also heavily tied to the master assassin group known as the Hand, some of the biggest villains from Daredevil and Iron Fist. And the city is even later revealed to be resting atop the back of a dormant dragon. What? Sam even makes a comment about the smell of the city resembling acid. So I'm not saying they're going to go down the route of the city actually being atop of dragon. It would be pretty cool, though. These are just breadcrumbs. Well, breadcrumbs setting up the mutants, setting up the X-Men, especially with who they go to Madripoor to see. A character by the name of Selby. I mean, I guess she's not that big, but in the comics, Selby is actually a mutant with the ability to, like, control electronics and stuff like that. It's not the case here. She's just like a crime lord that's got information about Hydra, I guess. And the plot is kind of muddy. It's like, just, you got to go to this person to get this information, to go to this person to get this information, to take us back to where we were before. All some plot devices to write in Zemo, along with Sharon Carter, who I guess for the past 5 years has been on the run in Madripoor, and I guess now sells stolen art and is not able to return to the States because she, you know, helped commit treason. And wait a second, why does Bucky get pardoned and Sharon has to stay in an off-the-grid city? I just don't understand. But at least she saves them. She kills Selby, she kills all the thugs chasing them, and makes a deal with Sam so that if she helps them, Sam will get her pardoned so that she can return to the States. Although based on that interaction following the scientist's lab explosion, I'm kind of thinking that she is up to some shit. Again, with the theme of double crossing that was represented in Captain America the Winter Soldier, I'm highly expecting some double crossing going on in this show. But at least for now, the band's back together. Yippee! Was this ever a band?
Like a band? Like the Beatles?
Ah, it's like a band like Paramore. Interchanging roster. I see what you're doing. And now that Sharon's gonna help them, they're able to go after Wilfred Nagel.
Please be a secret door. Please be a secret door. Please be a secret door.
Yay. Also sometimes known as Dr. Reinstein, one of the scientists behind Project Rebirth, a recreation of the Captain America Super Soldier Serum that was responsible for Isaiah Bradley receiving his Super Soldier Serum. Obviously a little bit different in this show, with Wilfred Nagel working for the Power Broker to recreate the Super Soldier Serum. You know, all of this exposition is being revealed to Sam, Bucky, and Zemo, while Sharon is outside, you know, holding down the fort.
Well, it's a ship.
A ship. I didn't see a departure clearance for today.
You didn't? No. Well, it's an emergency.
What? You're doing fine, Ace. What kind of emergency? What's the rush to get off the planet all?
But none of that matters, because the serum isn't even there anyway. Carly Morgenthau has the serum. And if the serum was in that lab, well, lab's gone now, so the trails run cold. Or, hot. Oh, why am I the way I am? I do think it's funny that Zemo has to put on his mask in order to fight appropriately. Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask. What is that, Batman? What are you doing, Batman?
I have so much money. I'm Batman.
No, you're not Batman.
After this quick little one-punch Marvel team-up, Sharon goes her separate ways to do whatever fishy business she's doing, while the other three leave to try and find a way to find Carly. Except for Bucky, who kind of diverts a little bit here at the end, following his own breadcrumb trail, or Kamoyo bead trail, which leads him to Ao, one of the Dora Milaje. I was actually kind of curious if they were going to wrap Wakanda into this story, seeing as how Bucky is in some massive debt to Wakanda. And this all shouldn't be surprising, seeing as how Wakanda wants Zemo dead for killing King T'Chaka. But like, Marvel, stop taking away my food before I get a second bite! I like what you did in WandaVision, where it was like this mystery we were trying to figure out, and every episode was a cliffhanger that had us scrambling for theories, but like, it's not really a mystery in this show. It's just some bad guys chasing other bad guys.
Duh.
I don't want to wait another week.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
This is serious. I know.
While this episode is titled Power Broker, we're not actually given our first look at said character. Instead, we're given just an inkling of his ever-looming presence on this world. His presence that surrounds the city of Madripoor, and his presence that follows Carly Morgenthau, seeing as how she stole the super soldier serum from him. I'll go into more depth of who the Power Broker is once he's actually revealed, assuming that he will be revealed. But as for the basics, he is technically responsible for giving John Walker and Lamar Hoskins their super soldier abilities in the comics. I don't know if that's going to be true in this case, but in this instance, he's responsible for giving Carly and the Flag Smashers their abilities. And speaking of the Flag Smashers, I'm starting to think that they might not actually be our villains of the series. I'm starting to think that they might not actually be that bad. This episode does some heavy exposition into their personalities, especially with Carly, making them way more sympathetic characters than we've been led to believe. I'm starting to think that all of their actions are justified, and quote-unquote restoring the world to the way that it was during the blip, making vaccines and health treatment accessible to anybody. It's not such a crazy notion, I'm sorry. I'm like really starting to feel for these people. Like, I really think that they're onto something. At the end of the day, they might not even be the villains, and we might have to turn our attention towards John Walker and... Well, no, never mind. They blew up a building full of people. Cool. Got it. Heard. That sucks. If you liked hearing me talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, please be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with any new video that I release on my channel. Please be sure to share this with your friends so that we can build this community together. Got a goal to get to 100 subscribers by May, so need your help to do it. You can also go follow me over on Twitter at @BMattWeiss. Come yell at me about any of the stuff I talk about on my channel. Come yell at me about my thoughts on the episode, if you agree, if you disagree. Whatever, let's have a reasonable discussion. Not everything has to be hatred-fueled on the internet. Also, come follow me over on twitch.tv/BoxTheWise. Gonna be playing some video games here soon. Gotta get my computer fixed. I've been saying it every week. I'm gonna just keep repeating myself. Also, please be sure to comment below what you thought about this video, what you thought about the episode, anything that's going through your brain. What'd you have for breakfast? What's your day like today? How's the weather wherever you are? Did you get a cat? I'm gonna get a cat. I think I want to get a cat. Shut up, Barnacle. You're not a cat. Lazy seal. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Barnacle, I was just kidding, man. Come on, you know I love you. I was just kidding. I was kidding.
Thanks a lot. Bye.